Scarlet Hollow. It looked kind of interesting. I'm gonna go play it. Let's start. My name is Madza. You live in the city of what should I say? Let's say New York. What would you say, New York? I am they, them, she, her, he, him. Select your traits. Traits unlock additional paths and dialogue options. Powerful build. Tough as no fitness. No mystical. Strange and unusual. You see the threads of reality in ways others cannot. Talk to animals. Animals can talk to you. A gift and a curse. Street smart. Good at lying and hard to lie to. Fast talking can read people and read the room, but no door can hold you. That sounds pretty nice. Keen eye, observant with an knack, picking up small details. Empathetic. Book smart, well read and rational. Talented researcher, possess a wealth of knowledge and know when to use it. Hot, extremely good looking, natural people just like you because you're a good person. I feel like street and canine. You jog awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you only just managed to start drifting off, and now here you are, awake again and still exhausted. For a moment, you're hazy on the details of where you're exactly here it is, confusing this bus with the many others that came before it. But as your mind continues to reassert its existence in the waking world, the past few days come back into focus. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops in city depots that would have felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling it like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral of heroine Scarlet, your cousin's mother, your aunt. Seems like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own way mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Unfortunately, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. Stranger. So anyways, as I was saying. Oh no, he's still here. He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours. Talking at you without pause. You're not sure he even stopped when you started to doze off. At first you thought he was just being friendly, but that was several hours of one-sided conversations. And stranger, I was up in Maryland looking for work, but mostly messing around because I was a dumb teen. Me and my buddies were doing our usual prank stuff, you know, pushing joggers into the harbor, that sort of thing. Frank and Elvis? Wait, what? Are you serious? What's wrong with you? Hell yeah, it's so chaos, my dude. Are you serious? What's wrong with you? Yeah, I was such a shithead back then. I'm still a bit of a shithead. But hey, everybody's perfect. So, such a good laugh and fish out, and her phone got soaked, so she couldn't call the cops on us. We wound up hanging out all day. She just kind of became my girlfriend after that. I think we've been on and off for about a year, so it was pretty serious. But about 5 months ago, she tried to break up with me, like for real, and jeez. Do you ever get so mad you just wanna like kill somebody? I have never felt that way about another person, and I find it alarming that you have. You're young. You'll get it when somebody tries to break your heart one day. It just changes a person. Makes them think of things they never thought they could. I honestly could have killed that woman. Anyway, she's giving birth to her son right now, so I'm trying to get up to Virginia to be there for it. But I don't know if I'm like into that stuff, so I might just ride up on a bus to New York or something instead. I always wanted to go there. You're kind of Hey driver, how much longer till the next stop? 10 minutes. Everything alright back there? Everything's fine. You don't have to bring the driver to this. We're just chatting. We're pals. Look, motherhood is just scary. That's all. Plus, her mom is there, so it's not like she's alone. Her mom doesn't like me as much, so it'll probably just make things super stressful. She'll understand. She's chill. Anyways, where you say you were headed? Just a small town. You probably haven't heard of it. That's probably Scarlet Hollow, right? Or Holler as they call it these parts. That's the only other stop until the bus turns around. I ride it pretty often at 10. So, I know. Almost nobody ever goes up that way. Though, actually, I had a couple buddies who went up there for work in a mine. There's a coal mine in the Hollow, you see. So I was a job listener too on the boards around here. I never wanted to do that kind of thing myself. I like my lunch the way they are, thanks. But my buddies got desperate enough to try it. I haven't heard from them in a while now. Now that I think about it, I should see if they're on Facebook. See how they're doing up there. Hope they didn't die. Looks back at his phone. Let's focus on something other than you. Oh, this is me. It was lovely meeting you. Hope you don't get too bored without me when I talk to you. Here, I have something for you. The stranger got most of his pack for presenting you with a dripping pack of peanuts. They're boiled peanuts. I got them at a gas station a few months back. I noticed you haven't eaten much, so I figured you could use them more than me. Plus, they dripped all over my back, so I don't want to carry them anymore. Tip. Let us begin to know like much establish the facts about Bruno. No thanks. You put your hands up and say no. I'm not really hungry. There's still a good 45 minutes left in your journey, pal, assuming nothing goes wrong. I still have them on hand. The young man sets the peanuts down on an empty seat next to him. The juice dribbled out through the bottom of the bag and into the upholstery, instantly soaking it in peanut brine. And with that, I leave you. Safe travels, friend. Are you serious? And just like that, you're alone. The stranger's peanuts soaking into the seat across from you. Maybe you can finally get some sleep. Next stop, Scarlet Hollow, end of line. Almost there. The bus finally comes to a stop, its brakes squealing as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus station. The sign at least reads bus station, but calling it that feels disingenuous. At best, it's a kiosk. Though for a small town like this, you're amazed there's so much as a road, let alone a bus that drives on it every week. The driver quickly shuts the doors behind you and starts the engine, kicking up dust clouds as it pulls away, eager to leave you and this place behind. Hey, Natsa. You instantly recognize the warrior woman from the few public photos of her on her Facebook page. She's your cousin, Tabitha, and she looks annoyed to be here. Hey, Tabitha. Come on, let's get back to the estate. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. Your cousin turns and motions to an old BMW parked near the bus kiosk. You follow her, powering into the dusty relic. It doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road. Tip: dialogue objects labeled Explorer usually be taken without advancing the story. They can impact relationships and unlock additional story paths, so choose carefully. How are you holding up? Fine. Say nothing. You decide it's best to not say anything in response. Remain silent. You decide to sit in silence with your cousin as the car eases up on a steep mountain road. And here it is, the Scarlet Estate. Though it seems better days, its crumbling elegance is not lost on you. Someone used to cramped apartments in gray cities. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning beneath her words. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare with what's in front of you. As you stare at it perched on the crumbling cliffside, you can't help but feel like something that should have been left to rot a long, long time ago. You're hit with a blast of dusty air as you step across the threshold and into the foyer. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive, each object cemented into place with layers of dust and cobwebs. You can hear doors creak under hinges and the aches and moans of ancient floorboards as the house itself sways in the wind. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. If you know what's good for you, you stick to your room, your bathroom, and the kitchen. And hallways, I guess. But only the hallways you need to use to get to those places. I'll show you around so you know where it's safe to walk. You can leave your bags here for the time being. This place is falling apart. Oh, so you're the expert on how to take care of a mansion all of a sudden. It's not as easy as you think, okay? It takes a lot of time and resources. What you see right now is still livable, so mind your own damn business. Let's get this tour over with. Follow me. You put your bags down and follow Tabitha through the long, dusty hallway. She delicately steps over holes and tears in the floor, and you do your best to trace her steps. Kitchen. On Wednesdays, a woman from town comes in and does the cleaning. Her name is Janie. I wouldn't recommend socializing with her. She'll talk your ear off. If you need any food, it's fixing for peanut butter and jelly. Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream. Those are off limits. Oh, and you can also access the garden through here, but it's pretty wild, so I wouldn't if I were you. Some explore options prevent you from taking others. Choose carefully. He said someone actually cleans this place. Have you ever actually seen that or happened? Does this person just say they did it and leave? Oh, I keep a close watch on Janie. She cleans. Maybe it's not up to your sleek city standards, but this is an old house in a country. There's a level of dirt and grime you have to learn to live with. Let's just let it go. Alright, sorry. Wonderful. Now that you're done insulting my kitchen, do you have any other questions before we move on to the next part of the tour? I might want to eat something other than PB&J this week. Is there somewhere in town we can get groceries? Well, aren't you fancy? Yeah, there's a general store. There's also a diner. I usually order my food in bulk online though, so I wouldn't be going with you. Sweet, thanks. Cool, good talk. Alright, what's next on our tour? Bathroom, follow me. Great, it's been hours since I've gone. As the two of you leave the kitchen, you pass by a tuxedo cat sitting on a countertop. Is that your cat? What's its name? Frou Frou. Do not try to pet her. If she wants to be pet, she'll let you know. You decide to follow Tabitha's advice. Shall we move on? The bathroom awaits. Once again, follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. Maybe after a few nights, it will get easier to navigate these spaces. But for the time being, you feel lucky to not fallen through the floors. Guest bathroom. Not much to show. It's a bathroom. Our way outside. Do what you must if you must. It's a wretched bathroom. Piles of junk sit untouched in the corners of the room, and mysterious stains paint the floor. Lift the toilet seat. Bugs skitter from the bowl as you lift the seat. Use the facilities. The toilet's a toilet. Sure, it could be cleaner, but your business needs doing, and this is as good a place as any. You do what you must and rejoin your cousin out in the hall. Next up, guest bathroom. Last stop on the tour, follow me. You and Tabitha briefly return to the foyer before climbing the stairs and reaching the guest room. This is where you'll be staying. The lines are fresh. I had Janie wash them last week. I'd endure a half-hour rant about her kid to get her to do it, so you better be grateful. The closet is full of old family stuff, so you can't hang your clothes up, but you can use the dresser. It should be empty. What's with all the boxes? Old family stuff. Offer help move them? Do you need help moving them? Tabitha eyes you up and down for a moment. No. Who used to sleep here? When? This house is almost 150 years old. Many people have slept here. And now you'll sleep here, carrying on the fine traditions of bedrooms being slept in. It seems a little dusty. Wow, sorry I'm not giving you the 5-star hotel treatment you so desperately seem to need. You can dust it yourself if you care so much. I guess I start to get settled. Follow me. I'll take you back to the foyer so you can collect your belongings. This concludes our tour. I'm afraid I must return to my duties, so you have to entertain yourself for the rest of the day. Don't expect to see much of me. Tip, some dialogue options will open additional conversation paths. Some right away, others down the line. Wait, where are you going? To work. Somebody has to pay the bills around here. What kind of work do you do? I run the coal mine, same as every Scarlet who came before me. Except for you and your mom. It requires a lot of time and concentration, so I'd appreciate if you don't keep me for long. Can I come watch? What? No, the mine is dangerous. I can't babysit you and do my job. Don't you ever think about things you could be doing with your life that might give you a better sense of purpose than running a coal mine? Some of us don't have that luxurious choice, Nessa. Some of us has to stick around to keep the family business from crumbling, to keep this town from crumbling. Some of us has to temper our expectations for how our lives are gonna go. There's a simple satisfaction of getting a task done, and that's all I need. Do whatever it is you want to do while I'm gone. Just don't do anything dumb or dangerous, not when I'm responsible for you. Alright, I won't keep you, but we should hang out when you get back. We'll see. There's a lot that needs to get done this week. Your cousin leaves through the front door. And now it's just you. You and the sprawling, decrepit estate. You haven't had anything to eat all day. The only things louder than your stomach right now are the creaks and moans of this ancient place. A PBJ sounds exactly like what you need to take care on the rest of the day. You head to the kitchen. You're back in the kitchen, ready to craft a beautiful peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's a daunting task, given the state of the place, but the aggressive growls of your stomach outweigh your fear of food poisoning. To get started, you probably need to find some peanut butter, some jelly, bread, a plate, and a knife. This cabinet must be where Tobias keeps the dishware and, oddly enough, the utensils. Grab a plate and butter knife. And grab a plate and a butter knife. All you need now is some actual food. Close the cabinet. You close the cabinet and look back to the rest of the kitchen. Search the pantry. Tobias sure loves her mac and cheese. The king of nut butters, and only 3% of each jar is mashed up cockroaches. All you need now is some jelly and bread. You pick up one of the non-moldy loaves of bread. Great. One step closer to satisfying the snack. All you need now is some jelly. You squint in the darkness of the pantry. Behind the mold of bread, a single book lies forgotten. A thin layer of dust collected on its cover. You pick it up. You flip to a bookmarked page. Both calf's brain and aspics are unappetizing enough on your own. You can only imagine how vile the combination of two would be. What kind of person would call this their favorite food? No wonder your mom ran far, far away from this place. You shut the book and put it back in its place. You pick up a box of Tobias mac and cheese. You can't say you've ever seen the brand before. But stepping away from the mac and cheese was one of your cousin's hard rules, and Shorty seems to not like you. You put the box back where you found it, reluctant to make things worse than they already are. You close the pantry door as best as you can and turn back to the rest of the kitchen. As you approach the fridge, your eyes catch a note taped on the door reading, "Janie, stay out," in all caps. Below it, in separate handwriting, are the words, "Okie dokie." You open the fridge. You already feel an urge, deep urge to wash your hands, and even though you already have yet touched anything other than the handle. You reach for one of the unopened jars of grape jelly, carefully checking its expiration date. You breathe a sigh of relief when you realize it's recent. This was either purchased specifically for you, or jelly is one of the few things in this kitchen that Bioth actually uses. These are the last ingredients you need to make your PB&J. Time to close the fridge and get to work. Why did you do that? What were you expecting? This take-up container is disgusting beyond words. The liquefied mess of holy congeal in its styrofoam shell. You can't even tell what it used to be. This substance doesn't just smell bad, it smells ancient. Your body reacts before you even register what you're doing, compelled by a deep primal skill. You shove the container back in the fridge, pushing it into the depths of the shelves and out of your mind. Hopefully you can forget exist and move on with your life. You know, you probably shouldn't, but a part of you has to know how old that mayonnaise is. You pick up the jar, its label flaking in your hand. It expired 10 years ago. This jar of mayonnaise is old enough to graduate the 5th grade. Best you put it back and forget you ever saw it. You return to the kitchen, closing the fridge behind you. Despite the state of the horrendous kitchen, you had successfully combined your 3 ingredients to make peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Congratulations, you can feed yourself. Job well done. All that hassle, and it took you less than a minute to eat. The rest of the day lies in front of you. This is really good on enough utensils. This garden was acclaimed by the wilderness long ago. It might not be very safe, but who's to stop you from venturing deeper? You wander further into the garden. It's quiet out here. You head back inside and close the door behind you. Congratulations, you even had a full day ahead of you. What do you want to do next? Now that you've finally eaten, the aches and pains of your journey have started to sink deep in your bones. You stumble up the stairs to your room, suitcase in tow, eager to unwind before you face the rest of the day. You stand at the entrance of your room. You drag your suitcase over the dresser and open the bottom drawer. An opossum lurks within. It's quiet, but angry. Please get out of my dresser. You attempt to scoop the creature up in your hands, but it digs its nails into the soft wood of the drawer, resisting your touch. As you tug harder, it stiffens your hand and begins to drool, feign death. You spook the poor thing. You close the drawer. You might as well leave the possum before you give it a heart attack. You open the top drawer next. It's empty. As good as a place you'll find to put your clothes. Based on the state of your house, you wonder if you've been better off keeping your clothes in your nice clean bag. There's no one going back now. You can see why your cousin said you should put your clothes in a dresser instead of this closet. There must be decades of family history stacked up in here. Pick up the doll. Of course, you're sharing a room with a creepy doll. You pick it up to examine it more closely. It foots reads property of Alexandra. No need to carry this around with you. You close the closet behind you. You can only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. If you own this place, you'd totally get out there with a shovel and garden gloves and rip it into shape. You'll go out and pull weeds, chop trees, crave temporaries, and do whatever you need to do to return its former glory. And once it's all done, you'll sit by the fountain, which of course would have little goldfish in it, and drink floor tea while enjoying the birdsong. Yeah, you definitely do that. Just not right now. This must be an old relative of yours, judging by the dates on the inscription. You never heard of her, but you barely heard anything about your aunt cousin until a week ago, so that's not really a surprise. Maybe you should ask the Bath about this married Belly Scarlet the next time you see her. That is, if she's actually in the mood for a conversation. You immediately collapse to the bed. You're tired enough that being alone in a strange new place won't stop you from passing out. Or so you thought. You cough as a small cloud of dust rises from the mattress. These sheets might be fresh, but everything beneath them might have been around to see the dawn of civilization. You try to settle in, but the bed is lumpy in strange places, and you can feel the springs pressing through the fabric. You might be tired, but you're far from tired enough to get in more than a few minutes of uncomfortable napping. That's enough. Doesn't seem like there's much else for you to do here right now. With the bath gone, there's no one stopping you from going into the forbidden reign of the estate. Except for the locks and chains sealing them shut. Street smart, an insurmountable obstacle for most, but a wild inconvenience for you. As the lock falls, the doors won't open, revealing the entrance to what must have been an incredibly lavish ballroom. Faintly in the distance, you hear the quiet notes of an old piano playing from another room. The forbidden ring is yours to explore. On second thought, you probably should heed Tobias' advice. Always want to cover your tracks, you carefully close the door and reattach the lock. Might as well head into town. With your cousin gone, there's nothing for you to really do here. You leave the estate and head out to explore the town. If you have known you wind up having to walk all the way back to town, you probably would have just asked Abad to leave you at the bus stop, especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. If only you could wipe the slate between the two of you clean and bury some of the tension, but maybe her mother's funeral isn't the best time or something like that. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time. Continue down the path. It's really pretty out here. Finally, you made it back into town. The Holler, as that guy in the bus called it, has probably seen better days. It still has a feeling of it. It's a dizzy country town, but its sidewalks are cracked and many of the storefronts are boarded up, your windows dusty with age. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane and you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a grave. Gretchen, come back. Quit bothering strangers. Sorry about that. Gretchen can be very slippery when she wants to be. She loves to get loose and cause havoc. Introduce yourself. Hi, I'm Naza. And I'm Stella. Pleasure to meet you. It's not often to see a strange face up in Holler. Every now and then, there's a new crop of cool folks, but you don't look dusty enough for that. You aren't in town for the funeral, are you? The Scarlet funeral? Yep, I just got into town today. Wow, I didn't think there would be anyone else coming. Are you staying with Tabby? How's she sorting out? I haven't seen her since Pure Lane passed, or for a while before that. Now that I think about it. She seems to be taking it okay. I don't know her that well, so I can't tell if things have had an impact on her mood. But I get the sense that she's always been a little rough around the edges. That's Tabby, alright. I'm glad to hear she's doing okay. She and her mom were really close, and I think she's been up in the mansion all by herself. But I guess she's got you there to keep her company now. That's good for her, even if she doesn't realize it herself. How long have you known her? Oh, quite a long time. The town's pretty small, so everyone knows so far, as back they can remember. Terry and I got a little closer when we were both in school's production of A Midsummer's Night Dream. I was Puck and she was Mustard Seed. As you might have expected, she was more than a little prickly, but I managed to soften it up to her in the end. And then she graduated, and that was that. Oh, you just got in town. You must be starving. I was just on my way to diner for coffee, and I got a raisin biscuit. My treat. Sure, why not? go. The pleasant aroma of a greasy breakfast food hangs heavy in the air. The contrast of the empty, lifeless atmosphere of the family estate. The diner is filled with the comforting din of human life. All of the grinds to a sudden halt as the patrons realize that a stranger has entered the establishment. You slide in the nearest booth, pretending that you didn't notice anyone in the diner gawking at you like they'd just seen Bigfoot. No need to be shy, they don't meet many strangers. It's kind of a big deal when someone new wanders into town. Especially since, well, you probably all know what you're here for, and by extension, who you're related to. Even if you don't know anybody, it's not easy keeping secrets in a town this size. Hina, as you sat in a booth, you can't help but pick up some of the murmurs of the conversation around you. Stella turns to Grinchen while you take a quick look around the diner. At the counter, two policemen and a woman you assume to be the owner shoot sidelong glances in your direction while whispering to each other. That must be Vivian's kid. Never thought we'd actually meet him. He looks so much like her. Ah yes, those eyes are unmistakable. That haunted look. I always thought it would go away when she finally got out of this town, but I guess unhappiness was baked into her DNA. A young mother and a syrup-stained child sit at the table across from me. Mommy, who's that? Don't stare, Tulip. That must be Miss Taba's cousin. Oh, so that's why he looks so sad. I would look sad too if I had Miss Tavaz as a cousin. Do you think Tavaz's cousin is mean too? I don't know. I found out next time I go visit Miss Tavaz. Are you gonna finish your pancakes? They're almost cold, sweetie. And we gotta get home to help Daddy. In the far back corner, a man sits alone at a small table, sipping coffee and reading a paper. Sigh. Why are the strangers who wander into town never gorgeous blonde ladies of appropriate age? Why is it always coal boys, punks, and whipsnappers? Lastly, a group of coal miners sit hunched around the corner booth, readily scarfing down heaps of plates of food. What do you think? Another youngin' looking for mine work? No way. Clearly don't got the stomach for it. That's gotta be the boss cousin. There's that funeral this week, if I remember right, for old Miss Caroline. Maybe may she rest in peace. Oh, let the lady rest, Sax. One shouldn't speak ill of the dead, no matter how foul they were. Especially where they've been so much as laid to rest. If you've been around in her heyday, you'll be speaking ill too, Rodriguez. He's right, nastiest woman I ever met. That Tabitha is a blessing compared to her. Curse the whole lot of them. May every Scarlet burn in hell. That's enough of that. Hey Stella, I went ahead and fixed you a cup. They quietly place a cup of coffee in front of Stella. And here's some bacon for the little lady. Pinterest test the bacon and digs in. Tip. You can hit the H button on your keyboard behind the text box at any time. Anything for you? The name's Harvey. I'll be taking care of you today. Isn't bacon bad for dogs? The dogs love bacon. I'd say no to a face like that. Your chin's like one of those 110-year-old ladies that have daily glasses of wine her whole life. So why stop now? Maybe it's been the secret to her longevity. Anyways, don't worry. I always keep an eye on her diet. I'm gonna go in a sec. Want anything while I'm still here? Order a biscuit. I'll have a biscuit, please. I heard they're really good. Best in the country. Oh, and I'm sorry for your loss. Before you get the chance to respond, they're gone. Once you took my advice with the biscuit, you won't regret it. Anyways, the funeral's not till Sunday, right? That gives you quite a bit of time to start around town. I'm trying to think if there are any cool events going on this weekend. There's always a reading adventure at the library, just heavily for little kids, but I do it every month anyway. Oh, and I'm pretty sure Abby's throwing a party Saturday night, so there's a fun thing to look forward to. And there's the weekly Sunday potluck. That should be right after the funeral too, so it'll be a special occasion. Sounds neat. Maybe I'll check some of these things out. Anyway, those are all the big events I could think of. As for the day-to-day, anyway, Tia, how do you want to kill time for the rest of the week? Do you have something in mind? Something tells me this is a loaded question. Hey, is that being too obvious? My job means I spend a lot of time in the woods with a camera, and it's always better when someone else is there too. The first thing I can finish, every returns biscuit into. Here's your biscuit. Rennie says it's on the house. She sends her condolences. You haven't introduced yourself. Thanks, it looks great. Thanks, Amy, it looks great. You look at the biscuit, it's delicate and fluffy. It nearly crumbles at your touch. Every warmth emanates from its surface. You take a bite, it melts in your mouth, as if there was nothing on but butter suspended in a thin matrix of dough. Truly, this is a perfect biscuit. This is the best biscuit I ever had. That's not saying much. This is the best biscuit yet, but you're not too big on biscuits in general. I don't think I actually like biscuits. Like, I know this is a really good biscuit, and I'll get it again. But if this was the best of all the biscuits you offer, it's certainly unimpressed. Aw, so weird. To each his own, I guess. Maybe lingers on the table for a moment. So, had Stella mentioned she's famous? Huh? Oh wait, I'm not famous. You're the only person I know who's been on the news. That's not famous, then I don't know what is. Stella sighs. I'm a YouTuber? Wait, what? It's not a big deal. I mean, it pays the bills. But it really just a passion project, you know? You should check out some of her videos as you'll like the Discovery Channel, but with better research. She's smart. They called you by your name, didn't they? They shouldn't know your name. Wait, how do you know my name? Oh, sorry. It's just that most people in town know about you. Sorry, I'm sure that must seem creepy. Oh well, because the cat's out of the bag. The hall is a small place. Everyone knows everybody. His extended family. It's all good. I just got a little off guard. Ew, glad I didn't freak you out too much. Yeah, don't worry. Nothing Caroline said about you will stick, that's for sure. You can just make a good first impression and write that sneak clean with the whole town. Oh god, what was she saying about me? Oh jeez, look, I'm sorry I said anything. Hey, don't worry about it. Caroline was a gossip and would do this sort of thing with everyone. Spreading weird little rumors about folks was kind of her trademark. Anyways, weren't we in the middle of talking about stats and illustrious YouTube career? So I guess we weren't we? I think the best video to start with would be that river one, you know, the controversial one. Oh yeah, the kind of a river runner. I didn't expect much out of footing at the time, but it really ran up during numbers. So the river runner is a cryptid that is only known for a single sighting. Two Boy Scouts thought they saw something big and weird in the Ottawa River, and that's all I had from go. Then I wound up catching this on camera. Stella puts on her phone and shows a clip of something in the river. Okay, now, despite the shape of the footage, you can clearly make out the shape of the creature's head and its relative body proportions. I'm pretty sure it's a cat and a big one at that. Some folks said it was a beaver, but if that was the case, it would have at least twice the size of any beaver I've ever seen. I also had people saying it was a dog, or even a cabrera. local wildlife sanctuary. I'm still not sure what it was. I'm the one who saw the thing with my own two eyes. It looks like a big cat. See, it's got those little kitty cat ears right there. Maybe it's a mountain lion. No, no way. It is absolutely not a mountain lion. There are no mountain lions this far east. I did a whole video on the Appalachian mountain lion myth and found jack squat. And there's no reason one would be swimming in the river like this. They're not fans of water. And the body's too long. No way. Personally, I'm a fan of the Caribbean theory. There's always people keeping those things as exotic pets. Kind of a sewer gator type situation. Yeah, exactly. Some exotic pet owners set it free and now it will forever roam like Catabro, confusing Boy Scouts and YouTube commenters for years to come. The brief quiet settles in across the table. Gosh, all this talk about work reminds me how behind I am. Thanks for the biscuits, Avery, but I think it's time for me to blow this popsicle stand. Scylla slides a tent towards Avery and squeezes out a booth, punching her toe. Continue around, that's heavy. I'm around if you ever need to. I should probably get back to it myself. Hope you have a nice day, Naza. You're alone in a booth. Scylla already paid, but that doesn't mean you can't leave a tip. Should you though? Leave a generous tip. You reach in your pocket and pull out a couple $5 bills. I know it's a bit more than one would expect to get from such a short dining experience, but you might as well treat it well while you got it. Just move on the bill before placing it on the table inconspicuously. Anyhow, if Stella managed to pass some time, but there's still plenty of daylight left. Roommates were spending more time exploring the town. Go to the general store. You wanted a quaint little general store. Kenai. It's not as put together as some of the others you saw on your journey. It seems to reflect the state of the town, with its meager offerings of dented canned goods and neglected tourist trap trinkets. It feels like an old place that is slowly limping its way to the modern day, lagging behind by just enough to be eternally unfashionable. The rundown country ambience clashes terribly with the goth woman behind the counter, who has been eyeing you with something between curiosity and dawning horror. Oh my god. She was clearly trying to say it quietly, but of course you hear her. You're the only two people in here. She's smart. Your impatient once again, she then preceded you. That surprised look on her face is a look of recognition. Let's talk to the clerk. Hi, were you looking for something in particular? I'm Naza, but I get a feeling you already know that. Yeah, everyone in towns know you. Sorry. I'm Kanika. It's only fair you should know my name since you already know yours. I'm kind of amazed to see you here today. Nobody thought you were going to show up for us. What is there to do in town? I have a lot of time to kill. If you're looking for something exciting, you definitely came to the wrong place. The only restaurant we have in town is a diner. The only real place to hang out is probably the library. There's a gas station for what it's worth. And there's a bar, but it's not exactly a place you want to go. It's a dive that's always full of minors. I'm pretty sure someone at the diner is throwing a party this weekend, in case you want to go hang out with a bunch of strangers the day before the funeral. If I were you, I would just wait out the week, reading a book and hope that days pass quickly. Then go back to your life and forget you were ever here. How do you get away with fashion like that in a rural southern town? What, like they're gonna fry me for witchcraft? Sure, I get weird looks sometimes, and there's definitely some ladies in town who have made it their job to save my soul. But there are way too many hippies in these hills for most people to be concerned about what I'm wearing. My mom is a green hippie, so I'm probably the least witchy person I know. Everyone my mom's talked to might as well be wearing a pointy hat and carrying a broom. It doesn't sound like you're very fond of this place. No getting out is always easier said than done. So what do you think of Tabitha? That depends. Are you guys friends? We're family. So not friends then. Maybe you should go easier on you. Who knows? She could be totally different around family for all I know. Though judging by what she said and probably used to say about you, I have my doubts. Good luck with her this week. I mean it. Why don't you talk about me? What did she say? If you really want to know, that you and your mom were stuck up city people who thought you were better than the town. That your mom was, for having you out of the rebel. That's as good your mom left if you're just gonna drink away the family fortune. She would just say anything. I never believed a word for it because I heard what she always said about my family too. And I knew nothing that came out of her mouth before anyone's time. I think most people in town knew that. However, Tabitha is not most people. I'm sure she believed it all. I don't envy you having to spend the whole week with someone who thinks you're poorly of you. And she's generally difficult to be around anyway. It was nice chatting. I'll get out of here now. I'm sure I'll see you around. Yeah, I'm sure I'll see you around. This town is like 3 streets wide. You find yourself at Scarlet Hollow, this great main street once again. It looks like the sun's finally starting to set. Maybe you'll see a sleepy southern town like Scarlet Hollow has a vibrant nightlife on another day, but for now you feel ready to head back to the estate. You return to the dirt road, beginning to trek back up towards the estate. As the sun sinks near the horizon, the sky is flooded with orange and pink hues. The shadows around you darkening, now stretching over the path. The mountain seems to make night come quickly here. The rounded hills bulging out of the dying sun prematurely, casting the valley of Scarlet Hollow in an eerie autumn twilight. You've had a long day. Between traveling and meeting all these strangers, the dusty bed that waits for you back at the estate is starting to sound. You pause with thought. Something is standing in a tree line, watching you, trying to be very still. It's a cat, and a very big one. Is this what you saw in Stella's footage? You begin walking backwards to town. Neither you nor the thing watching you breaking eye contact with each other. The foliage in the tree line snaps and crunches at rock, matching your pace. It would seem that the creature you encountered is intent on stalking you. Then it emerges, an honest-to-goodness mountain lion, and there is something horribly wrong about it. It takes another step towards you, drool licking from its slack mouth. Your eyes scan on the side of the mountain road, set on a large stick, but before you can move for it, the creature dashes forward with surprising speed, moves back and claws glinting. This heavy thud as it connects. You find yourself moving forward, pitching over the side of the road and rolling downhill. It's disorienting. You find it almost impossible to stop yourself. The incline is too steep. Every attempt ending in more scratches the bones from the rough terrain of the mountainside. You find her landing and breathing, slowly from a small porch of trees, battered and bruised, bleeding from the bone and struggling. Not dead. It doesn't bother trying to hide now, leaping down in the plain, coming intent in its round yellow eyes, ready to finish what it started. And then the evening air is pierced with the sound of a gunshot. The mountain lion is gone at a flash, leaving a trail of thin blood behind as it disappears into the dark woods beyond the path. Damn, nearly had the thing. And I nearly had you too. Who the hell are you, and what are you doing out here? Looking to get shot? You saved my life. And you ruined my shot. I nearly had that damn thing before. Wait a bit. There's something awfully familiar about you. He looks you up and down with his good eye. You're the Scarlet Kid everyone's been saying wasn't gonna show. Well, I apologize for my foolish. And I'm sorry for you and Mr. Lad's loss. You call me Duke. Duke sees a thing for a moment, glancing up at the darkening sky. You better keep walking. I'm alone out here, not with my pain on the wall. I hate to think that if my hand continues to flap me around and save your skin. Tell you what, tag along with me while I finish what we started. I'll make sure to get you home safe. I, regular Miss Turmeric, and would appreciate someone looking out for you. I appreciate you looking out for me too. Thanks. Didn't you already thank me? You ain't one of them folks who won't shut up about thanking someone who helped them once, are you? It don't matter. Take me and I'll make sure it doesn't get a chance to take a chunk out of nobody. I don't like the thought of a man here like that around my town. You didn't took your way to dark woods, fallen trail of blood the mountain lion left behind. Before long, the sun is completely set, and the two of you find yourself in total darkness. The Duke has a flashlight. He uses it sparingly, letting you both adjust to the starlight instead. Every sound feels deafening as the two of you forget your way through the underbrush. Every snapping twig could be a deadly consequence that hunted you. Every rustling leaf could herald a vicious attack. But you don't know deep down it's probably nothing but squirrels and shrooms. Until you hear the unmistakable sound of something large shifting among the fallen leaves. Gotcha. The old man quietly steps forward, gun held at the ready. What the hell? Duke, you scared me. What are you doing out here so late? Stella, I asked you the same, but I'm pretty sure I know what you're sneaking around after dark. Do you know how close I just came to putting a hole in you? But you didn't. No harm, no foul. Hey Natsa, we tried. Weird seeing you out here so late. Does Matt familiar with Duke? Bitch's little nose to pick up something she doesn't like. She thrashes in Stella's arms, running threateningly. Whoa, calm down, girl. You know Natsa. I swear, it gets so hard to hold onto her when she gets like this. Sometimes it feels like she's only euteric when she wants to be. It's alright, little lady. You're safe as long as you got your mom was looking after you. Unlike you, Stella, if you decide to keep on doing whatever you're doing out here, I think you'll find these woods ain't agreeable tonight. As a hero had a running, you wouldn't believe. So just go home and save all this for some other night. Wait, a running? What kind of running? Was it supernatural? Like I see it, you won't believe it. Now put that damn camera away. I was attacked by a mountain lion, you know the kind of thing you said you didn't exist in these parts? Oh, I see, she's just been trying to fill your head with her nonsense too. It's not nonsense, it's... Don't you get started, Stella Richmond. We were both there, we saw the damn thing. It was a mountain lion, plain and simple. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's just that if I did the whole video on them, we found absolutely no evidence that exists out here. These mountain lions are extinct. There hasn't been a single sighting in decades. There hasn't been a single sighting in decades until now. Your friend here near dam got eaten by one. So if you don't want your last video to be found 20 years from now, next to a pile of your bones and the den of some long-dead creature, you best get out of these woods. That would be so cool. No, I would not. If your mom and dad are spinning the graves here and talk like that, if they ain't around to stop you, then I'll take responsibility. Yum, get. Old man shows her away. Fine, I'll go. Just you organize something in your smirk. Just no intention of going home. You're just gonna keep running around for camera, aren't you? She most certainly is. I'll head back towards town, I promise. She's absolutely not doing that. If anything, calling her out only has strengthened her resolve. And if I happen to see anything video-worthy on my way, well, who am I to deny fate? If I hear any screams of terror out there tonight, know that I'll be very disappointed in you, Stella Richmond. You won't hear anything. And with that, she's off. It's just you and Duke in dark woods once again. There's no getting through that girl when she puts her mind to something, I swear. Damn, we just stopped too long. Now the old hip started to voice his complaints. There's an overlook just up this way. Let's set a spell. I brought a few vessels along, if you're peckish. You find your way along the narrow path and emerge on a rocky outcropping overlooking the dark forest. The sky above is smeared with stars, more than you have ever seen before. Duke interrupts the scenery of silence with his old man grunts, folding his creaky joints as he settles into a nearby log. He starts rustling through a small pack he hadn't noticed he was carrying, pulling out some beef jerky and a couple of beers. At least this nice night, even the circumstance leaves something to be desired. Help yourself to your jerky. As for the beer, I was planning on having both cans yourself. But I suppose I can be convinced to spare one. You take one of Dusky's canned ones. It's more like somewhat cool or after so many hours outside. But you crack it open nonetheless, offering him a gesture of cheers and taking a sip. It's cheap beer, but it's refreshing. It's watery, earthy taste mingling well with the crisp mountain air, putting you somewhat more at ease. It seems slightly more at ease now, too. Seemingly happy to be not drinking alone. Should we be drinking in a situation? Is it dangerous? It's just a Bud Light. It ain't moonshine. Anybody gets drunk while Bud Light is drinking it wrong. I found it helps keep my aim steady. Most nerves just enough to shake the tremor out of my trigger hand. So smart. The crisp breeze passes over you. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. You scan a tree line and something catches your attention. For the shortest moment in time, your eyes meet with the eyes of someone or something else. And they're gone. Looks like you and Stella go way back. What do you think of her? What do I think? I think she's a nice young lady, and she's been through a lot in a short time on this earth. A lot of compressive silence fall between the two of them. Just move on. About what you said earlier, why did everyone think I wasn't going to come for the funeral? That'll be Miss Caroline doing. She never very kind when talking about your side of the family. Bless her heart, and God was her soul, of course. But she told everybody your side of the family has sworn off Scarlet Hollow and everyone who lived here. Nobody around these parts thought we'd seen much of you. You're from here. What do you think of Scarlet Hollow? What do I think? You might as well be asking me what I think of the arrow breed or the guard I'm standing on. How am I supposed to know? I mean it. I should be the one asking you. What do you think of our town? It's small. I think you mean saying quaint. It's a nice, quiet place to live. As far as I'm concerned, anyone would be lucky to call the place home. Suppose I did have an opinion after all. You open your mouth to speak, but before you get the words out, your phone buzzes in your pocket. You're getting a phone call. It's your cousin. Be smart. If you pick up, it might cut your evening short, for better or for worse. You could always text her and say that you aren't in the middle of the woods next to a loaded gun and hunting down a man eating coker. You won't believe the day I'm having. You might just set your pocket your phone. One of the fake calls, huh? Can't believe they're coming through all the way up here. Usually the hills are the one place you can be free of them. Bad reception all. There's a sound nearby, a scuffling. And then... What in the... Your rustling grows louder. That must be my Bridgie. She's still alive. The old man takes a step towards the tree line. Get your thieving little hands off her. Duke charges forward, flashlight in hand, crashing through the bush. Damn, that thing's fast. Which way did it go? There's an odd sound nearby, but it isn't the sound whatever the two of you were chasing. Kenai. It's a human's voice, and one you recognize immediately. It would appear that Stella didn't leave the woods after all. Street smart. You figured that would be the case, but there's a difference between getting a sense of things and having mere speculation. It looks like we found one of the Duke's chickens, folks, and she's not looking good. I'm hesitant to speculate, but Duke stops Miss trying to listen, his hearing evidently not quite as sharp as yours. Damn it, I know that voice. There appears to be some kind of grove. I've never seen anything like it. Jeez, I hope I don't get demonetized for this. Stella, I swear to God, didn't I tell you to go home? The two of you emerge in a clearing, revealing what Stella had been filming so intently. It's Beatrice, her little chicken body painting desperate breaths as she lies in a crumpled heap at Stella's feet. Beatrice, oh no, what happened to you, sweetheart? Duke, I just found her like this. I think there's something seriously wrong with her. Yeah, no shit. There's something wrong. So what are you gonna do? Filming her like she's some kind of sideshow? Sorry, Duke. It's just my job. I'm investigating journalism. Investigating journalism, my ass. It's online, rubber ducky. If you two shits about my beer tree, you delete that footage. You stoop down to look at the chicken. Its poor little chicken's eyes look up at you, glazed over, but still rolling around in their sockets without unfortunate life. Doreena's barely still attached, but that seems to be the least of its chicken's concerns. Whatever got a hold of her busted her brain up too, little bastard. Yeah, what a bastard. You're smart. There's a hesitant in Stella's voice. She doesn't seem to be the type to intentionally hurt animals, but it's dark out here. Maybe she stepped on it without noticing it was there? Good God. At first you thought it might have been a tumor, but this is something else. The skin is stretched, taut, the growth pulsing beneath. She could still get better. Maybe just needs that cleanup up, and she'll be right as rain in a couple days. Happened to me once, and there was not so much as a scar these days. I don't know. It kind of looks like there's something in there. Kenai, looking more closely at the growth, you think you can see something squirming inside. Having investigated to your heart's content, you step back and give the bird space. There's something really wrong with all the animals we've seen tonight. No goddamn shit. It's like some kind of plague. This better not be contagious. Did you see the thing that got a hold of her? I sure did. I got on the camera too. I don't know what it is. A gnome or something? You know, there ain't no such thing. Do you think she'd become an egg? Like one of those things is gonna pop out of her? No, I refuse to entertain that notion. She ain't some kind of incubator. She just needs that thing drained. Maybe some antibiotics, that's all. This is just like that mountain lion. As you, Duke, and Stella take stock of the situation, a sound begins to warp around you. Gently at first, barely whispering. But then a guttural moan, and then another, and another, until suddenly you find yourself surrounded by a chorus of groaning misery. I think we should get out of here. Agreed. We all have enough excitement. Come on, Beatrice, let's get you home. Are you guys hearing this? She starts filming again. As Duke squeals the injured Beatrice, the voices in the trees intensify. It's like you're all suddenly surrounded. The strange sounds coming closer, growing bolder. What the hell is that? Don't you step another foot closer or I shoot. Don't you think I won't? The man hesitates and the thing stops flowing, fixing what seems to be his eyes on Beatrice, tucked under Duke's arm. Richard starts making ungodly noises, screaming and howling along with the den around you. You and Stella turn just in time to see another one of the creatures slithering out of the bush. Beatrice rides and barks, reaching a fury pitch as another creature malformed hands grasp at him. Oh my god! What's going on over there? As Duke answers back, everything seems to happen at once. A pattern of unnatural feet and then chaos. Duke grapples with the thing as it grabs at his shotgun, pushing the barrel out of the way as it grabs for Beatrice. With oddly jointed hands, Stella stares in shocked silence as it paused, watching as other creatures attempt to wrestle creation into the darkness, their desperate cries going unheeded. Shit! Get your grubby little hands off my bird! Oh my god. Get the thing away from Gretchen. You die for Gretchen, attempting to snatch her away from the things missing out her hands. You manage to grab her, but the creature isn't deterred. It rears back on its hind leg, its mouth opening, whispering tones sliding out on the outside, something sharp and unnatural. And then, there's a deafening blast of Duke's shotgun, and suddenly it is gone. Duke? Oh my god. Oh my god, what do we do? Okay, first thing first, I grab Gretchen. There, step 1 is done. Gretchen is safe. Great. Okay, step 2. What's step 2? Stella, we need to get our story straight. Duke had a hunting accident by himself. But people need to know about these things. Duke family deserves closure. The town deserves to know what's out here. Maybe the cops will help. It's going to be harder for them to believe what really happened than to decide that a stranger from a big city came to town and shot someone. It'll be too easy for them to pin this on me. You're right. I barely caught anything. But if we get more footage, if we get a clear shot of these things, maybe if we follow that blood trail. Zilla, you froze. If you go after those things, you get pulled out again. Okay, let's go. As you and Stella quickly make your way back through the woods, the unearthly whispers of creatures unknown once again surround you. You say nothing, continuing forward with a grim determination. We're almost there. You and Stella reach the main road, and the whispers fade back into the sounds of nature. It sounds like they stopped following us. Are you sure we shouldn't call the cops? Yes, I'm goddamn sure. They're only going to make things worse. Okay, but we gotta take this to someone. My friend's mom knows about all sorts of supernatural stuff, and she's usually up at this hour. Let's go over to her place. Your phone buzzes in your pocket. Now that you're back on the main road, you must finally be getting reception again. 6 missed calls from Tabitha. And 13 text messages. You text Sabbath back and let her know you're okay. Her message sits unread. Tabitha seems worried. It's pretty late, isn't it? I should probably check in on Tabitha. You sure you don't want us stopping first? She makes a killer herbal tea. I know I wouldn't want to head up that mountain road by myself after everything that's happened tonight. Well, when you put it like that, sure, let's do it. Awesome, let's go. I hope she's still awake. You've been here, of course, the journal store. Though it's currently closed, its large windows dark. Still unlocks on a door anyways, ignoring the closed sign. Keen eye. Out of the corner eye, you spot a shadowy figure staring at you from across the road. You didn't hear it approach. You tapped Stella's shoulder and suddenly directed her gaze to the shadows. That's, Jesus. Welcome home. What brings you out here so late? And who is this? It's where this Nat's at. Is it okay if we come in? Of course, you're in luck. I just put on water for hibiscus tea. And for goodness sake, you call me Sabuel. You're an adult now, after all. The woman takes you through the journal store into the door that has been closed on your previous foray into town. It's a tea room. The atmosphere is warm and comforting. The air infused with the pleasant scent of slowly decaying plants and damp herbs. Welcome to my little nook. It's nice to finally meet you, Naza. I'm sorry to hear about your mother. Vivian was such a lovely soul, and she's been sorely missing the holler. And now poor Pure Lane is gone as well. Do let me know if there's anything you need while you're in town. Who is that outside? Just a very sick man. You don't need to be worried about him. We need your help. Ah yes, I suppose pleasantries can wait for another time. What's going on here you so late? You seem troubled. You know about weird stuff, right? Unexplainable stuff? Go on. Duke was killed tonight by something in the woods. Oh my lord. Have you contacted the police? No. It just didn't seem believable. That's why we came here first. Those things are out there. I don't even know how to describe them. Here, I can show you. Stella puts out her camera and turns the screen towards Sybil. Where was this? Up the mountain to the northwest. Within the town limits? Yes. I see. Is there a way to make the video bigger and louder if you can? I need to plug the memory card into a computer. I could get back and get mine. No need. Kanika should still be awake. She can lend us hers. You better come with, Stella. I'm sure she'll be more willing to help a friend than her nosy mother. Kenai. Closet doors covered with stickers, their edges frayed from recent, but failed attempts to remove them. This is a childhood room someone wasn't happy to return to. Kanika, come out. We could use a little help. What? Oh, hey, Stella. And Gretchen. Who's a good potato? Oh, and that's it. Okay, why are you all here? Sweetie, we were just wondering if we could borrow your laptop. Stella and her friend have a video to show us. It's really important, Kanika. Okay. My room's a mess. I'll just ran out there. Heads up, Kanika. This is graphic. You got killed out in the woods tonight. It's on recording. Wait, are you serious? Duke's dead. Silent washes over the room as the video plays. Stella, what the hell is this? I'm sorry if you had to see this, but Naz and I had no idea how to make heads or tails of it. Stella, are you okay? I'm fine, really, I'm okay. He remained silent. Poor Duke, poor Boo. Has anyone told him yet? Right now, we're just trying to pull ourselves together. I'll call him later tonight. But for now, we have something far more serious to discuss. I agree, those things are still out there, and as long as there are more people are in danger. So very true, but not for the reasons you think. My grandmother used to talk about pale creatures called ditchlings. She's always said they were a terrible omen, a sign of suffering to come. Come on, whatever it's doing is serious. Stop scaring Stella and Neza with this toilet pool crap. Good night, sweetie. Let your mother talk. She's always said they never hurt people despite that grizzly scene in the woods. But Duke is dead. Then if these are ditchlings, his death was an accident. Or maybe my grandmother was wrong and she's very, very wrong. Just as birds flock before storm, the ditchlings congregate where tragedy is soon to fall. Jesus, Mom, haven't they already been through enough? Do we really need the spooky window dressing? What if it's important window dressing? Okay, I know when I'm outnumbered. I saw something squirming around in that chicken. Oh god, do you think they're incubating things? Gross. Honestly, that would be worse than them being supernatural. Oh dear, I forgot entirely about the tea I put on. Let me fix you a couple cups. It'll help soothe your nerves. I don't know, it's getting late and I should let Zach get some rest. I don't think he even meant to ride up in the woods tonight. Yeah, I'm ready to pass out. Thanks for the help, Siva. It was nice meeting you. Sorry I had to be under such weird circumstances. We should all hang out this week, Yankee, and maybe we could even get Reese to chill with us. I could really use it, but for now, thank you both so much for everything. Let me get you some of my house-made peppermint tea to go. It really does wonders to soothe the soul. Bye, Stella. See you around tomorrow, okay? And call me if you need to talk. Thanks, Kaya. See you. Bye. It's excellent iced or warm. Though with the nights getting chillier, warm will probably be best. Helps wake up the bones. Be careful out there, both of you. Sybil turns and closes the door behind her. Alrighty, let's call it a night. Mind walking me home? Well, this is me. Are you good finding your way back? You never say look at the dartboard behind you. Sorry, Naza, I think I just need some time alone tonight. I'm sorry, we'll talk tomorrow, right? See you around. Yeah, we're in this together. Yeah, we are. Stay safe. As far as you know, those creatures in the woods have infested these trails as well, but it's too late for you to turn around. You either make it back to the estate or you won't. Almost home. Your salvation is in sight. You make a mad dash to the door. Oh, thank God you're back. Where in the hell have you been? I texted you back because I had reception. Did you? I didn't notice. There was this miner outside the general store tonight who called me out by name and everything. Rain. Scared the shit out of me. Do you know what's going on there? It's a mining town. Of course there's miners walking around at night. I got lost in the woods with this cryptid hunting girl I met, an old farmer. A lot of really terrible things happen out there at the Vela. Oh, so you met Stella then. Ugh, that explains everything. And she's got you all worked up. I'm going to bed. See you tomorrow. Okay, good night. You're alone in the state. The sound of the wind rustling through the house gives you an easy feeling in your gut. It's probably best to turn in and try to leave the night behind you. You thought easily stumble into your room, and before you even fully realize you're there, you already collapsed onto the mattress, exhausted. When the relative safely in this uncomfortable bed, the events of the past evening seemed like something that happened to someone else. But you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you're safe and you're warm. Eventually, the sun will rise and chase away the monsters, and make them seem like nothing bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in the normal world and have a boring week in the mountains with your sore-faced cousin. It's a nice thought, but deep down, you can't help but worry about things will only get worse. This is the end of episode 1. Episode 2 waits.